Show them to me. Show the world your karate moves.
Italian karate.
Your Italian karate.
Hey, Italian fucking no. This is going to give you the rigatoni elbow.
The rigatoni mixed with the elbow.
Why was that never a thing? That would have been great. That would have been a great genre.
What, like Guido martial arts?
I mean, you kind of had it with Karate Kid. Ralph Macchio. He's an Italian actor.
Yeah.
But it would have been so much better if when he met Mr. Miyagi was like, "Oh, Daniel-san.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel-san." And he was just like, "Hey, Miyagi, what the fuck do you want? You beat you old fucking Jap."
Right.
You know, like really lean into it more. They had an opportunity and they probably could have gotten away with it at that time, but maybe not because Japanese culture was cool back then.
Get out of here, you fucking fossil.
But you could yeah, like he's just I don't even remember like the other scene, but he wasn't like the bully, right? Mm-hmm. Like he was the kid that got picked on. But I've actually seen a case made that he's actually the bully.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's an interesting YouTube video because they say that like he's the one that gets violent with them after like they make fun of him and then he like karate kicks their head and they're like, why is he? They're like they called him a name. That's all. Like they didn't do anything that bad to him. Like and then he ratted on them for smoking a joint at the Halloween dance and they pulled he pulled the fire alarm and all this stuff and it's like, yeah, that's fucked up, dude. The guys were enjoying a joint in the bathroom. This is what's wrong with Generation X people, by the way, because they grew up in this genre of like 80s, like, yeah, man, he got the stoner in the bathroom. He's the karate fucking kid, dude. Yeah. Fucking 80s, bro. Do. Generation X, 80s, bro. Always rooting for the hero of the show. Do.
Well, this is those
Say no to
80s bros
drugs.
having kids.
Say no to drugs and invest in stocks.
Yeah, dude, this is those 80s bros reproducing finally, and this is their kids. So they're like going around with like the little short shorts on, like have you seen those dudes in short shorts?
Well, yeah,
sure, like those
dudes in short shorts. But imagine this: these guys now have the money, right? Because the boomers are on their way out, right?
Yeah.
Bye bye boomer, goodbye. You had a nice run, now die. Mm-hmm. All right, so they're gone. And then the Generation X people, they're the ones that are really, they're like in that like getting silver fox age where they're banking, they're making the money, they're investing, they're buying up stuff. They're Silicon Valley tech bro, cool guy, Burning Man type. Mm-hmm. And so they could fund the Italian Karate Kid. Really just do it over the way it should have been. Should have been just fucking, hey, what the fuck, Miyagi? Suck my Andrew Dice Clay is the Karate Kid. Yeah. Hey, Miyagi, fucking wax on, wax off. What did this broad say after she was sucking my cock, Miyagi?
She was telling you I gotta whack off.
The most daring piece since Forrest Gump. Andrew Dice Clay as Ralph. No, what's his name? Andrew. What's the fucking Daniel's son? Andrew Dice Clay as Daniel's son. Larry David as Mr. Miyagi. It's a pretty good kick, right? Pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty,
dude.
Yeah, you don't have to do with the whole waxing and the on, the off, and the whole thing. It's a whole thing. Just, look, just buy a gun. Karate Kid. Italian Karate Kid. They get guns this time. Hey, Karate Kid, you're a fucking pussy. What do you got?
Yeah,
what,
dude.
Are you going to karate chop my face again, Karate Kid?
Yeah, dude. Well, if you take out all the Japanese characters, then you can get China to fund it.
Yeah.
You can get all that China investor money,
Yeah.
If you just like whitewash it.
Yeah, and then the rest of that scene, would be, and be like, "Hey, Karate Kid, what the fuck are you gonna do? Kick me again?" And then Italian Karate Kid, he's like, "Oh yeah, fucking with me. I'm the Italian Karate Kid." And then it's just like Pulp Fiction style cuts of him and Mr. Miyagi,
right.
Larry David as Mr. Miyagi, and they're just Andrew Dice Clay, Larry David, Wanda Sykes for some reason, Dave Chappelle. Ah man, what the fuck? I'm young Dave Chappelle. Young Dave Chappelle. Italian Karate Kid.
You want to step to me?
I can't believe I'm not in this movie. It's about Italians, baby. I can groove like an Italiano. Christopher Walken wants to be in your film.
You got to do it a little more pronounced.
You gotta. Sometimes he's pronounced, but sometimes he's not so pronounced. I want to be in your movie, baby. I can move and I can groove.
Oh, yeah.
Like an Italian. I've been in movies before where I've played Italians. Christopher Walken, remember me from Joe Dirt. It was fantastic. Italian Karate Kid. Maybe with Christopher Walken. Who's another Italian actor that we can put in this fucking... Hey, it's Sebastian Maniscalco.
Oh, I knew you were going to go there.
You know what? You need a part in a movie, Karate Kid. I got it. It's the Karate Kid. I grew up on the Karate Kid.
I was the Karate Kid.
I was the Karate Kid. These people, and by these people, I mean the Japanese stole our Ralph Macchio. So we gotta go back. Me, Andrew Dice Clay, Larry David, Christopher Walken, maybe, Andrew Dice Clay, Wanda Sykes, for some reason, and the last guy that we said, but we forgot because I'm high.
Yeah. I lost it too.
Yeah, man.
The fucking guy.
Anyway, fucking, Italians.
Yeah,
I hate my own species.
Yeah? What do you hate most about it?
Like, we've all come from different planets, I think. Like, I think South Park nailed it with the life is a our reality is a reality TV show, an interdimensional cable reality TV show.
Yeah.
Because it's like, they nailed it. But I want to see, like, there's definitely like a planet of like Italians. Just like, hey, oh, fucking over here. This fucking moon, this fucking planet over here. We got rings, motherfucker. So they shipped in those, some alien species shipped in those grease balls.
Yeah.
Because every Italian stereotype is like the fucking, no one ever thinks of Italian Americans, not necessarily Italians.
Right.
Italian Americans as being, you just think of them as like, hey, oh,
what? Come on. You really gotta do that to me? Come on. You're my brother. You're gonna do me like that?
Yeah.
Come on, put down the Tommy, all right? Let's talk. Let's go get a...
Put down the Tommy?
Put down the
What do you mean? He's got a Tommy gun?
Yeah, it's from Grandpa's mob days. He was a rum runner. All right, put down the Tommy. We'll get some cannolis. I know your fat ass wants a slice of pizza too. Come on.
I think there's a way of talking. Italian people have a way of talking where it's very much like a feeling. It's like they're just trying to send you an emotion.
Yeah.
And it's like that's why they repeat this like don't worry about it, everything's taken care of, don't worry. I said don't worry about it. You worry too much, why you worry like that? I said I take care of it, don't worry about it. And it's like they're just all that is like it's like a magical spell. It's like a Italian magician way of like softening up the lubricating it with like olive oil and pasta. And you're just like, yeah.
It's like the Australian
I said I take care of it. Don't worry, I take care of it.
Yeah, dude, it's like Australians. They're like, oh, sorry, it's all right.
Australian guy.
Come on, mate, don't put me on the spot.
There it is, folks. I'm the only one who does the fucking impressions here. Okay?
All right. You do some
I just
Italians.
did 20 Italians in one impression.
Yeah.
Ready? 20 Italians in one impression. Hey, what the fuck am I talking to me, motherfucker?
I think that's just one Italian guy with a stroke.
I moved. Yeah, that's every Italian guy when he's 65. He's like, hey, ain't too much fucking linguine. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's like 75. I got some 65-year-old Italian uncles. They're doing all right.
Okay, 75. That's fair.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
confident. I feel good.
Yeah. How much linguine do you plan on eating?
You know, I don't eat a lot of pasta.
Yeah, I haven't been eating a lot of pasta either. I feel like Joe Rogan's been getting to me. He's talking shit about pasta.
Is
and
he?
I like pasta.
Wait, Joe Rogan's talking shit
he
about
talks
pasta?
shit about pasta. He's like, yeah,
man, you can't eat pasta, man, You just gotta eat elk,
Exactly,
elk and,
dude.
Jalapenos, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, dude, you fucking kidding me, dude?
Dude. But fuck him, dude. He's eating barbecue all the time, I just haven't been buying pasta,
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's cheap as dirt.
Yeah, Jamie, Google search Barilla pasta. Pull that up. Oh, dude. Yeah. Well, it's entirely possible that, eating pasta would, be fucking delicious, dude. And elk meat. Just fucking, yeah, dude. Yo, Jamie, pull up that ravioli with elk meat. Oh, you know what I just realized? We've let the heat go this whole time.
Yeah,
like a bunch of stoned idiots.
No, I almost said something earlier, but we were talking about some shit.
Well, we can we'll clean that up somehow. If not, that's what you're getting, folks. Because but it's not like we're gonna recreate that whole segment.
No.
You know?
Don't worry. It has a gradual turn on. You won't really notice it.
Oh, was it just towards the end, or
Yeah,
was it during the Robert De Niro? Oh, wait a second. I didn't even include Robert De Niro in that.
No, but you concluded him in the 20 Italians.
Robert De Niro.
I assume he's one of the 20 because you can't name.
He's got more of a face. He's more like.
Yeah. That's why he's on screen. He's got.
Let me tell you something, all right?
Mm-hmm.
That's more of a my friend. That sounds like my friend. My friend is such a character, and everybody says this. Their friends are characters, but I literally think that like the simulation, like I participated in the programming of this simulation and just created this hilarious actual real life Kramer character.
Yeah.
And it's great. I mean, it's just like the stories from his life are on that level of like Seinfeldian Kramer hood.
Yeah.
But he talks like John Gruden. He's like, let me tell you, man, markets are volatile these days, Never know what's going to go up, but fuck if anyone else does, He like talks in like riddles and like just kind of, if a receiver down the field there, yeah. So it's a fun voice to do. What do you got? Any fun voices? You want to do your Australian guy again?
No, you do the voices. I'm trying to figure out who John Gruber is.
I didn't John Gruber. Yeah, John Gruden.
And
that wasn't like
I'm thinking about your boy.
I'm bullying you.
I'm thinking about your boy.
That's not what that was.
I said I'm thinking about your boy who's
Jason Silva?
No, not Jason Silva. The Kramer dude.
Oh, the actual Kramer dude, or my friend the Kramer dude?
Your friend the Kramer dude.
Yeah, well, go figure.
Is he like heavy on the gambling? Cigar smoking.
He's one of the guys that goes like, which means basically, you ask somebody like this. I think this was a Bill Burr bit. Like he said something like, well, it's a little different, but it's more like you ask someone how they're doing. They're like,
Yeah.
They're like, the kind of person that makes noises. I think the Bill Burr bit was anytime someone has to repeat how good that they're doing, they're actually not doing good. So he's like, hey, Bill, how you doing? He's like, oh, I'm doing good. It's like, that was a great shout out to Bill Burr, great comedian. So,
Yeah, dude, he's doing good. He's doing good, man. He's doing good.
Oh, didn't he just get fucking in a bunch of like didn't like Twitter get all mad because he like came out and did something like it was the Grammys. Like who the fuck
Don't
even
ask
pays
me.
attention to
I'm
the
not
Grammys?
on Twitter.
Yeah. So I don't know who pays attention to the Grammys or whatever. That's fucking ridiculous to me. It's hilarious. But Bill Burr comes out and he's like, all right, yeah, presenting for Best Latino. Yeah, I know the Gen Z woke culture is going to be like, oh, what's this white cis male doing on stage right now? And like that's all I saw. I didn't see anything else. This was on Twitter.
Right.
And so that was literally it. Like he didn't come out there and go like, I think all you people that identify as non-binary should fucking put a shotgun in your fucking mouth. Shoot yourself. And then identify as dead, all right? All right, I need all the people out there that believe all kinds of wacky, silly shit. Throwing bricks through windows, dyeing your hair, fucking dyeing your pubes purple. Go home, get your father's Uzi, and just swallow your Uzi. And just pull the fucking trigger. Just do us a favor for the planet, you know?
Please, just eat some steel.
For the planet, we gotta reduce the population. We don't want... Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Why don't you go home and swallow a fucking Uzi? All right? Now I do that and identify as fucking dead. Jesus fucking...
Yeah.
Like, if he came out and did that, then I could see maybe people getting angry. But really, I mean, that would be great if he came out. It would just be... I wish, like, I pray to God that, like, the shit that comedians say between themselves makes its way to like big specials. Like the big comedians need to like do like a Lord of the Rings council, you know?
Yeah.
And be like, you know, who is going to be the one to be like sacrificed, you know? And like decide like who's going to take the ring to Mordor. And just you get like Louis C.K., Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr, you know,
what if they all just took the bomb together? Think about that. Like
that's what I'm saying. They all coordinate. You know, like Facebook, Twitter, and all this stuff, they coordinate when they deplatform people and shit, when they censor people or whatever, ban people. So all the Council of Elrond, Lord of the Rings, like Louis is like Gimli, you know, you have like whatever, you know, all the characters are there.
Yeah.
But I just imagine Louis being a short dwarf is just really funny to me. Like I could see him like act like, all right, I'm fucking dwarf, fucking suck my dick, bitch.
Yeah. I feel like Aziz is gonna be Legolas. You know, he's
Yo man, I'm fucking Legolas, dude.
Well, hear me out.
It's fucking Aziz. Shooting arrows and shit. That shit's dope.
Yeah.
Motherfucking Aziz Ansari is an Indian character in the new Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, dude. Who gets killed early? Is that Boromir?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But then who's getting killed early in real life?
Well, who would be the Boromir of the? It'd be like Brian Posehn would be like Boromir, I guess, or maybe like Patton Oswalt. Mark Maron could be Boromir.
Ooh,
like, what the fuck? I'm fucking Boromir. Fuck. Shit.
I always knew this.
I knew I was gonna be Boromir. You fucks. Close the gates. You fucking fuckers. What the fuck?
Oh man, dude. I bet his voice.
Come here, Frodo. You little. Frodo, you sack of shit. Well, anyway, but yeah, man, a coordinated takedown. Like, if they all did like back-to-back hour-long specials, like, you know, like 2-hour special, 1-hour segment, you know, thing, it would be like an attack, an onslaught, and they just come out swinging, no holds barred. Sebastian Maniscalco's up there, all of them, like Brian Regan, Seinfeld. Like Seinfeld just comes out and he's just like, enough is enough already. All right, we're basically machines. I saw a guy the other day. He walked into the Apple store. He said, "Hey, I'm here for my appointment to get drilled in the head." It's not enough that the technology is in front of your face. We need to put it in our heads. And like, I don't know, whatever. And then like doing like cultural shit. Like, I don't know. How about all you Trump people just take a hint already? Go pack your bags and walk into the ocean. Oh, that's a Bill Burr bit. Damn it.
Yeah.
Bill Seinfeld doing Burr. Hey, it's Jerry. I just want to know if I could do your bit for my next special. Love you, Billy. Yeah, fucking Seinfeld called me. Wanted to do my fucking bit.
I told him he could eat one or give me 10 fucking grand for every syllable.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, dude. You think they sell jokes to each other?
No, I think they probably like. I mean, they definitely like inspire each other, give each other notes and stuff like that. I remember that shit going on a lot.
Speaking of Seinfeld, I couldn't see Jerry Seinfeld doing stuff like after 2016. You know what I mean? I couldn't see him doing stuff in like the.
I want to see Seinfeld doing shit in like after right after 9/11, and he's a truther, and he's just like, so what's the deal with Islamic terrorism? First we hear nothing, next thing you know they're crashing planes into buildings. And the room is just like, so what's up with this thermite? They say the steel beams they can't melt that way. This commission's report of builders and engineers say this is impossible. So we're just invading countries in the Middle East for no reason, killing people on our own soil. Is 9/11 an inside job? What's the deal? Kramer would be in queue. It would be like, I'm telling you, Jerry, I read some stuff. My friend Jay Riemenschneider, he stays up all night on 4chan, and he told me that Pepe the Frog is the way that we're going to get to the next victory. Oh, Kramer, you're crazy. Donald Trump's not going to be president. I'm telling you, Jerry, it's part of the plan.
I'm telling you, Jerry, I got the tapes. You just got to watch the tapes. You'll see, Jerry.
Starring Alex Jones. He like comes in and he's like, Seinfeld. Alex Jones as Newman. Hello, Alex.
Hello, Jerry. Let me tell you something, Jerry. You know the mail is a conspiracy, Jerry. You know they put mind-controlling substances on those envelopes, Jerry. I have the documents. I know who really killed George's wife. It was a goddamn NSA.
Oh, you're crazy, Alex.
Yeah, dude. Well, he would have to have a name. It would have to be like Al Jones, you know, because he's always like Newman. So he couldn't be like Jones.
Okay, yeah. Well, what did I call him? Alex?
Yeah, but Alex Jones is, you know. Oh, he could just be Alex.
Alex Jones on the podcast by Andrew Schultz and Akash Singh was phenomenal.
Yeah,
like
check it out,
dude. Alex Jones is a fucking comedian. Dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
He's a fucking
comedy gold.
He's a comedian.
Fantastic content.
Like, yeah, like probably a lot of the things that he says are leaning in the direction of possibly accurate, but a lot of the things that he says are also fucking insane as well. And it's like, you know, there was a comedian that I knew, Evan Williams,
like the whiskey?
Yeah, I think he had a joke about that too. But I remember he had a great bit about like you would be in New York and you would just be like, you know, New York City, you'd be like walking on the street. He's like, you ever like walking on the street and, you know, some homeless guy is like rambling and like screaming and ranting and raving like the fucking pigeons control the weather and the fucking, you know, like the stars are actually, you know, it's a hologram and like, you know, and like Obama like stole the election and, you know, the fucking CIA and, you know, we're bombing Afghanistan and we're bombing Iraq, and you're like, whoa, wait a second. We're bombing Afghanistan. Like, and it's like, we've been involved in too many foreign wars. We get in too many entanglements. We're bombing innocent people with drone strikes in the Middle East. And you're like, Jesus Christ, like everything else was insane. Or, right? Shout out to Evan Williams. That's his joke, by the way.
Yeah.
But, or maybe like the government, the intelligence agencies just like kidnap people, do like wild experiments on them. Maybe there's like aliens that are abducting people. They do like crazy experiments on them, and then they just like drop them off in like New York, like downtown New York, and they're like, I was taken, I saw the light, and they told me, and it's the time, the revelation, and it's all here, and the lizard people, and you're just like, man, what this person's all messed up, but it's because there's like MK Ultra or Manchurian.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
shit.
dude. You think they're just refining the MK Ultra tactics?
Totally. Yeah, they're just like kidnapped. Like they're like, my husband's been missing for 3 months, but we still have hope. And he's in like Queens, just like, I am the Golden Lord. I am the king beyond. I am the one. They told me, the prophet. They channeled me. I channeled them. They told me. And like
he's just squatting over a pile of shit like Gollum.
They were in some like secret government facility, like in like a fabricated environment that made it look like they were abducted by aliens or whatever, and they were like, programmed in this thing, and then like their mind just like melted because they thought that this was really happening, and they just, they're pumping them with like psychedelic drugs. Like the room is just a mist of high octane DMT and ketamine, and you're just breathing it in all the time, and they just keep you in this like sensory deprivation tank, in Stranger Things, and you're doing like remote viewing and getting them like secrets to Russian nuclear codes and shit, and then they just like inject, then they like Clockwork Orange your mind. And then they like show you this like other reality, like Total Recall or something, and then they just drop you off, and it's like, man, this homeless problem, like all these homeless people are really just, well, a lot of those people.
Right. They're the people. They're the Russian clairvoyants, they're the over people, there working.
The government is kidnapping homeless people and doing experiments on them, and then just dropping them back off wherever.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, dude, what do you think's going on inside those tents, man? What do you think's going on inside all those tents? They got different experiments going on inside each one of them. They're taking them and dropping a vial of LSD in one eyeball, and then the next tent they're dropping it in the other eyeball.
I think they're kidnapping them, taking them to a secret underground facility, probably under Denver International Airport, where they're like, Denver International Airport, by the way, is hilarious because
they lean into it. Like, there's all this conspiracy that it's an underground base and there's tunnels and shuttles and like all this stuff, and it's like, no, it's not a conspiracy. It's true. There's fucking there probably is that, because there's a lot of like really high up, like NORAD is based here, and all these other like Raytheon is here, Lockheed Martin is here. Like this is like a big, in powerhouse in a sense for the empire. Yeah.
And so at the airport, it's like there are all these like weird murals of like people being oppressed, and then like guy with like a knife and like a gas mask, and then like all these people like being liberated and crawling out, and it's like death and life and creation and all this stuff. And then they have all the signs that say like, yeah, you heard it right. This base is controlled and operated by aliens. No conspiracy, like a real conspiracy or something like that.
Yeah.
They're leaning into it. They're like, haha, funny, right? Haha, funny. And people are like, oh man, that's clever, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like conspiracy's been mainstreamed now, and there's like a certain identification with a person that believes in conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I watched this movie recently.
Oh? A movie. That's very interesting.
Segue into movie talk. Hey, it's Mike and Matt with movie talk here. So, Matt, I was at the cinema recently. I saw
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert, guys! Smash that like button. So, could you go to my YouTube channel and smash that subscribe button for me, would you? Oh, please.
I need 4 subscribers or I can't get hard.
My OnlyFans. So the movie was called I Care a Lot, and it was with the psycho blonde from the movie where she like fakes her own kidnapping. Ben Affleck's in it. I think it's called like Gone Baby Gone or something like that. But whatever. She plays like a psycho in it, and like a total sociopath. And in this film, she plays a complete sociopath as well. A little over the top. Like, it's not really that believable. But the message of the film basically was like, she was basically saying that I have a court order from the state that says that I could come to your house because you're too old. You can't take care of yourself. So the state has given me a court order and I'm your legal guardian now. And so she gets these court orders from the judge. It's all like, but they set it up. They have a whole scam going. One girl takes pictures and forges documents, hands it off to someone else. So she basically steals this person's like, you know, money and all their possessions, sells their house. Like, she's basically kidnapping old people and stealing all their stuff, right? But it's like all legal. It's all done through the legal system and through a company. And she's like a professional, wears a suit and like talks a game and goes to court and all this stuff. But there's a guy that's basically like, you know, he's like kind of a overweight guy with a beard and like a red hat on. And he's like, oh, you know, like, she hasn't let me see my mom. My mom is not sick. My mom is not ill. She has kidnapped my mother. Like, and they're not allowing me to see her. So he like runs to try and break into the old folks' home, but they stop him. And so they're like, well, he was violent with the security guards. And it's like they gaslight and make the point of the movie was like sociopaths are ruthless and do whatever it takes. And they show her on TV like, yeah, just work hard. Like, she's on like a CNN interview, like, just work hard. But she's like, had people killed and like done all kinds of crazy shit. And it's just, but they make the guy that's just like, look, this is like bullshit. Like, because normal people don't want to be like that. Normal people don't want to be sociopaths and psychopaths.
Right.
If there's a law that someone's breaking and it's interfering with somebody else's thing, then most people are like, oh shit, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't know I was doing that if that caused harm or whatever. But if you're not causing harm, like, if it's perfectly normal and it's like this crazy gaslighting situation, right? Like, stay inside your homes, don't come near each other, this is like really bad. And then they just keep doing that, and then people come on TV and they say the things, hell yeah, I'm famous and I smile, and you know.
Yeah. Well, that's funny about that movie. That's funny about that movie because that thing that those girls were doing, that's like a real thing that companies do. There's like companies that set up around like legal ways to like.
Yeah, she had a company. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's just like a normal thing. So they were just like making a I don't know, like a metaphor of it or some shit?
Yeah. It's a late stage capitalism like analogy or, you know, message, pretty heavy-handed message as far as I'm concerned in it. Like, I felt it was, Jenna and I watched the movie and we both in 10 minutes in were like, do you want to change this? And she's like, I don't know, let's give it a little bit more. And then I gave it a little bit more and I'm like, all right, I'm really intrigued. This is really, watching I Care a Lot with Rosamund Pike and Peter Dinklage, it was a really strange experience. It was like, this movie sucks and I hate it and I hate these characters, but I can't stop. I don't want to stop. I want to find out what's going to happen next. Like, where is this going? And ultimately where it went was, you know, this heavy-handed message about like, you know, these people are evil, they're ruthless, they're all sociopaths, and you know, our society admires that, and you know, the people that are just kind of like trying to be true and free and honest are the ones that often get framed like lunatics and are forced into then like this self-fulfilling prophecy of doing something crazy, like quote unquote crazy, but it's actually not, it's justified. But we live in such a sick world that everybody, you know, holds this sociopath up on like a pedestal and worships it, you know? So I got that. It's an important message. But as far as a movie, it was, I guess I would say watch it just for the experience. I don't know. I like weird things, you know, and I think it just gives you a weird experience. Yeah. And it was kind of cool in that sense.
It's like The Wire, but less corny, you know? You hate everybody.
Dude, I've never seen The Wire.
You know, that's all right.
Yeah. You know, dude, thanks, man. I appreciate you not shaming me.
People get on you about not seeing The Wire and Breaking Bad.
Oh yeah, no. Well, Breaking Bad is great. I've seen Breaking Bad.
That's what everybody says.
Oh, you've never seen Breaking Bad?
No, I've seen it. It's good. Yeah.
Okay.
But
see what I just did there? I like leapt at you, right? It's like people. I remember saying like I haven't seen The Wire, or you know, I used to have this like stupid joke that I would do at open mics or whatever. It was like, you know, I need to like come out of the closet to my friends about like the movies that I haven't seen because they keep like, we're always like hanging out and smoking and they're referencing a lot of these movies. And it's like, I am Antonio and something and I came and I'm your father or whatever. And like, it's like, oh yeah, dude, Princess Bride. Yeah. And I'm like, I've never seen The Princess Bride.
I've never seen Karate Kid. That whole time you were talking about it, I was just like,
yeah, you've never seen Karate Kid. Exactly. We're from different, you're Gen Z. You're woke Gen Z.
No,
I'm cool ass millennial.
Haven't seen movies and I'm
fucking cool ass millennial, bro.
I am the
and
cusp.
Stupid Gen Z co-host. Everybody send Matt hate mail.
Fuck you. I'm a cusp.
Send Matt hate mail.
I'm both and neither.
Send Matt death threats.
You're right. That's such a Gen Z thing to say. Be like, I'm both and neither. So I guess you're right. But
I'm both and neither.
I mean, I'm
trans-dimensional. I identify with different dimensions. That's my friend Michelangelo's joke. I'm just repeating other people. Tonight, we're just going to repeat other people's jokes.
Yeah, dude.
But I love it, man. When I'm a fan of something, I'm a fan, you know? And I think it's really very rare that I'm like a real hardcore fan of anyone particularly. It's a select handful of people. It's not.
Yeah.
You know, like there's a lot of people out there that are like, oh my God, it's amazing, it's great, you're amazing. It's like, no, some people are just like, whatever, you know? Do we have to agree on everything in every single dimension? Can't we just be like, yeah, I like him because he's fun to smoke weed with, get high with?
Yeah.
Watch Rick and Morty.
You need those people so that you're not just surrounded by people that you like really agree with, you know? You need like the whole like variance around you.
I might get triggered.
It sounds like you're trying to fart.
I might get the triggered. It's the Karate Kid, and this time it's Italian, and they have triggers.
That's right, motherfucker. Andrew Diggity Dice Clay is the fucking correct. And me, Christopher Walken here.
Yeah, dude. They're getting triggered by the triggers.
Yeah.
I'm Christopher Walken, and I'm triggered, so I gotta pull the trigger.
Well, that'd be a great movie. Like, get like Christopher Walken, Steve Buscemi, basically the cast of The Big Lebowski, and put like Louis C.K. in there, you know, and they'll just be like, social justice warrior, baby. You know, we gotta fight for what's right. And
then Pete Davidson shows up.
Pete Davidson.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's like pretty chill, I guess.
Is that Pete Davidson? What does Pete Davidson sound like?
No, he's like,
yeah, cool, man. Yeah, just hanging out, I guess. I don't know, kind of weird.
I don't think it's that deep, but it's like.
Someone said the Hamilton Morris didn't sound like Hamilton. I know it didn't sound like Hamilton Morris.
Because it was Morris Hamilton.
They said it sounded like Joe Rogan doing Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah, it's Morris Hamilton. So Hamilton Morris has kind of a deep voice, but he also has something else that he does with his voice, and it's really nasally, but it's a great, deep, nasally voice. It's a very interesting voice. I can't do it.
Listen, you need to be talking about.
We need to be talking.
When we're talking about certain compounds, serotonin,
damn it, we talking.
I love him. Yeah. I love Hamilton Morris.
I gotta watch some more to get
Hamilton
his voice
Morris
in my head.
is a national treasure, as Joe says.
And he's also a shill for pharma companies.
Is he?
He could be.
I don't think he supports pharmaceutical companies.
Think about it. He's supporting a lot of these.
Oh, you mean
chemicals.
Morris Hamilton?
Morris Hamilton, yeah.
No. That wasn't the. Morris Hamilton was winning the war on drugs for us. It was a positive spin the whole way around.
I'm Morris Hamilton, and I'm back to win the war on drugs. This time, for real. We're using ancient jizz cloning technology, where I am jumping through time in multiple dimensions. I have an army of toads and clones, and we are taking back this world and making it a psychedelic Hamilton's Hamilton's in like, my company is launching an IPO. We have a patent on Earth. We have patented Earth, and we are making it a psychedelic utopia. And there's going to be music festivals every weekend.
We have patented every compound on Earth.
And I will be in my laboratory huffing ether and toad venom. Synthetic, of course. But not, because I cloned the toads. And they're my friends.
Oh,
I love that man. Yeah. I love him. They say that you can only imitate people that you really like.
Imitation is the most sincere form of flattery. So you must have really loved Trump, because you did a lot of Trump impersonations.
Of course, I love Trump.
He's a decent comedian.
I love
not better than Alex Jones.
I love
though.
Trump in the sense of like cosmically where he is in the timeline. Like it's the emergence of the collective shadow. He represents the emergence of the collective shadow. He represents the trickster archetype, the Joker, the clown, like the demon, like this chaotic burst of clown buffoonery into the planet, right? Into the world. And I think that it was like, when you're in a trip and it's a challenging trip, like imagine tripping on 11 grams of mushrooms and you it starts to come on and all of a sudden you just see, hello, welcome. This is an excellent, fantastic time-space continuum. I'm here. I've rented it out. I am now part of your trip. Your
trip becomes all gold.
It's a fantastic trip. They don't trip like this in China. Let me tell you, I know people, and a lot of people say that I provide the best DMT. I create it in a lab. It's fantastic. And so, yeah, I mean, he's just this like goofy, crazy, chaotic character, like similar to like the Joker represents this anarchy, like chaos. Like, anarchy, not to anarchism, but like it's with anarchy will come chaos. And now I'm going to go outside and show Matt what anarchy and chaos coming together looks like. Put that phone on silent, motherfucker.
Yeah, but you gotta think about. It is. You gotta think about like the Joker, because the opposite side of the laughing face is the sad face, and the Joker is like, one of the saddest people out there.
Right. Yeah, totally.
So
yeah.
I really like look at him and I definitely feel bad for the guy, like he just got suckered by like, this is just my opinion, but I think he was just like grown up with this like collection of neuroses from just trying to impress his father.
He's a product of our, like, the ethos of our civilization.
Yeah.
He is a product of what we've got cooking up on this fucking planet here.
Right, dude. He used to be in rap songs.
Right. Yeah, but I'm just saying it's not one of our products yet where it'll fucking, come in your face.
Okay. I was hoping. You do a lot of this.
Remember the AI
yeah.
I do, because when you get out and you yell, I'm not going to blow people's eardrums out.
Oh yeah.
Because if I yell on the mic like this, people will literally come to kill me because I blew their eardrums out.
Or maybe they'll just literally come.
That's the product that's come from the cloud. I just downloaded these binaural cum tracks. Dude, it's sick because it takes you right up to edging, and just as it's like, so like you just don't nut. You just like no fat binaural beats and fucking just cum binaural beats edging your cum, and it's sick, bro. It's like a sick meditation. I sit there with a raging boner, and I'm just raging the whole time, and I just listen to these binaural boner beats, but I don't cum. And then I fucking crush it at the gym, and I fuck. I fucking hold my nut, motherfucker. I fuck at the gym. I hold my nut because I'm tapping into my ancient power. I am Thoth. I am the ancient one, and I will never come. Never. I will never come. Ever. Yeah. We are the men who never come. Fuck a lady and don't let it out. Hold it in and create something outside in the world. Da, 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 da.
Oh, dude, I'm trying to remember what religion that was up in upstate New York. they were like, you can have sex
The
with
no-comers.
No. It was like a pretty like well-known religion, like one of those Christian shoot-offs, you know, like the Mennonites or some shit, you know. And they were like
Christian shoot-offs.
yeah, you know. Now that we're talking about cum, yeah, they were like,
hey, just fucking shoot a rope over there.
yeah, they had
That
this
is how
rule.
it is. I mean, that's literally how it is. It's like, you know, but I mean, it's both part. It's like it's a sexual idea sex and then like a ideological birth.
Yeah.
Right? It's like an ideological jizz birth.
Yeah,
should have
but
just stayed a fucking jizz queef.
Yeah, but they had this idea where you could like fuck whoever you wanted, as many women as you wanted, but you just can't fucking nut.
You can't nut.
Yeah.
But there is truth to semen retention. There is truth to using the breath and using muscles. Like Montauk Chia talks about this, who's like an expert in this field, I guess. Like they call it working with chi, you know, working with the energy, and you know, a lot of the ancient traditions talk about this. And he's got a good book called The Multi-Orgasmic Man. And it's all about this kind of stuff. And it's like, you know, there's a part of me that I'm like, it's interesting, but I don't want to be one of these, like, I'm training for sex. Like, like, you know, like,
see,
I got enough shit on my plate. Like I'll practice every time I do it, and then I'll just do it that way. It'll just, you know.
See, I already like did that. I guess I like figured that out on my own when I was like, you know, 16, 18. I was like,
what did you figure out on your own?
That whole thing that you're talking about with the breath work and
When you don't nut,
delay.
you get superpowers. I can fucking fly.
Well, if you, I mean,
Crush
no,
an Excel
if you
spreadsheet in 2 minutes.
if you don't nut, then you can have like a couple nuts, you know. Say if you miss the first exit. No, that's not a good metaphor because you can't take multiple.
I've done it before. I've done 30 days, I think. No,
you don't need to do 30 days. It's just the muscle training.
I have done longer. No, right, I know, but you kind of intuitively just start doing it. I think your body sort of intuitively kicks in. That's what happened to me. And then I asked some people about it. I was at the ayahuasca center when it was going down, because you can't, like, you know, it can't just be like a big fuck fest over there, you know. Hey, come into the Peruvian Amazon, all you Westerners, all you foreigners. We're gonna drink boatloads of ayahuasca. We're all just gonna fuck each other. You know, it's like,
I mean, that's kind of what I imagine.
It's the opposite of that. It's like you refrain from sex for like 2 weeks in advance or a month in advance sometimes, and then no sex, no like ejaculation. I mean, I don't know if that was the rule.
I don't think anybody tried to jerk off in their tent in Peru.
That's actually the first thing that I said to my to the manager, to the director there. Like, I was volunteering at the Temple of the Way of Light, and she's like, so like, just checking in, like, how is it going? Your first couple weeks, you're back in the jungle, you're drinking ayahuasca, you know, you're connecting with the plants, you're interacting with people that you know, meeting new people. Like, how's it feel? How are you? Is there anything you need? Can we support you?
And Mike's like, I know we can't have sex, but is it cool if I jerk off?
I was like, yeah. What's your ejaculation policy?
I'm so glad that you worded it that way.
Because I was just sitting in my bed, like killing bugs with ropes, just like ping, like hitting tarantulas, like from the bed, like ping. And then they were mutating into like they're like all these new species in the Amazon rainforest, but it's really just horny dudes at ayahuasca centers that are nutting on like insects, and they're like mutating or like
into little Guido tarantulas.
yeah.
Like, hey, get here over here.
As if I'm not hairy enough over here. Fucking gotta turn these tarantulas smoking cigarettes. But yeah, I was like, I don't know how to handle like being like this horny, because like, you know,
right?
Because I never entered my mind.
You never held it in the tank that long.
I never held it in the tank for that long. It was always just like, oh yeah, just like when I do this, it feels good.
It clears your head out, you know?
Right, but there's something. But you get a clear head even more. It's like fasting. It's like after the first 3 days, after you've made it past the first 3 days, you activate your own internal like superpower, and your body kicks on and just kind of like gets in this interesting energetic flow. At least that's how it felt for me, right? I've only fasted for 3 days, I think, straight with absolutely no food. But by the third day, I remember going to eat and just being like, oh, like, all right, yeah, this is food. Like, it wasn't like, oh my God, like, I can't wait to eat this. Like, this is so good.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, I could have kept this going. Like, I actually didn't require, like, this isn't, I'm not getting, like, exalted by this.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
So that was pretty cool. So same thing with not ejaculating, like, ejaculating.
But it takes longer to
Why am I saying it in like a scientific way? You know, when you rub the Q zone there.
when you are exciting the glands deferens.
Yeah, when you stimulate the penis gland, it shoots something we call feel-good juice out. Now we don't
Named
know
after
what this
Dr. Feelgood.
We don't know what this feel-good juice does, but we think that it might be inconsequential. Did you know? You told me this actually. My mind was blown to know this, that women were treated with hysteria and like sent to the doctors, and the doctors would like finger them, basically, and make them have an orgasm, and they'd be like, oh, I'm really, like, the husband would just be like, my wife is hysterical.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with her. I come home and I have a glass of whiskey and I yell at her about what Bill and Bob are doing down at the fucking plant, and then I fucking smoke 18 cigarettes and watch the goddamn honeymooners. And this bitch is fucking.
I mean, I don't know. They're watching the
honeymooners.
honeymooners.
Like, oh my God, will someone please? Like, I just need. It's like it goes to show that we definitely need other people. We can't just awaken ourselves, like, totally.
Right.
But anyway, so it's like the send her to the doctor, and then the doctor invented the dildo, right?
Yeah, back in like the
Fucking
1800s.
Fascinating. Matt's facts.
Yeah, dude.
Real facts.
Invented it back in the 1800s. Speaking of other shit that was invented back in the 1800s, they had faxes before telephones. Dude, that shit fucks me up all the time. You know, they had faxes before the Civil War, so they were fucking.
They had faxes before the Civil War?
Yeah, dude.
Really?
1841 or 2.
No, dude.
Google that shit, dude. They were sending a mechanical facsimiles.
There was like a Kinko's back in like.
No, dude.
Like Abraham Lincoln was like,
Xerox this for me and fax it to Jefferson and Lee. Lee, that bastard. Here, I'm gonna hop on the fax machine and do a picture of my ass again,
dude. I mean,
actually, have it with my gay boyfriend blowing me. Oh yeah, take that, Robert E. Lee.
That's the hidden evidence. That's like the shit in National Treasure. There's like the fax machine was invented back then, and there's a color fax copy of Abraham Lincoln giving Alexander Hamilton a blowjob.
Dude, they were using ink and shit, so they definitely could do color. That's totally possible.
That would be great if they had the initiation that we have of like, or our technology. It's like we invent the tools and the tools invent us, right? I didn't make that up. Someone else did. I think Kevin Kelly or Jason fucking Silva. But it's like we invent the tools and then the tools invent us. So it's like now you're just like, oh, I'm going to send a picture of my balls, and that's like totally cool. And I'm going to send a picture of my dong, send it off, you know, oh, show me, you know, you're sending me your naked body, butt, boobs. It's just like automatic now, right? Because the technology enables it. But back then, you know, no one was sick enough, to my knowledge, to have the drive to be like, all right, Theodore, I want you to paint me with my legs spread open like this and me holding my cock in my hand, and I'm going to start jerking it, and then when I hit the rope, I want it in the painting as well. I want that in the painting.
I don't know. I'm pretty
and
sure.
I want it sent to my lover, Margaret.
I'm pretty sure they
in
did
Wisconsin.
Dude, I'm pretty sure nude paintings and shit were around, you know, lewd paintings. And
How
then,
great would that be? How great would it be if we were just in like this cosmic joke, like prank show, and like one day, like all the shit that it'll just be uncovered from history was just like all a joke.
Yeah.
And like we think that it was all real, and they're just like, oh, we got you.
Yeah.
We hid it from the past, and we put it there so you would open it at the perfect time.
Yeah, dude.
Welcome to the Galactic Federation. Da, 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 da.
Dude, I know. I keep thinking when I die, I'm just gonna like pull out of a machine in an arcade, and like.
Well, I told that story on Jessa Reed. I had Jessa Reed, comedian, hilarious, awakened alien human being, Jessa Reed, on the podcast. Dude. She was so dope to talk to, man. Like she's, I have to commend her for like really taking this shit seriously, but not like being serious about it, like taking it seriously, but like playing with it in like a loose and fun way.
Yeah.
But also taking it seriously, and because it's difficult to come out and just be like, yeah, I fucking talked to interdimensional beings, entities, aliens. They told me basically that this whole thing is a hologram simulation video game thing that we're all creating simultaneously every second that we choose to do, believe, say, act, think, whatever. It is shifting reality in an infinitesimally small, like incomprehensibly small, immeasurably small quantum level that is like moving the needle in the direction of to like where this game is going. It's like an insane RPG, massive world, like Warcraft type. There's so many PCs, and there is a lot of NPCs. Mm-hmm. There's both. It's like
yeah.
And the way that we know the programmers are winning when more people believe that there's more NPCs than PCs. So it's
really?
like, so I oscillate between like the whole world is just like a bunch of NPCs and we're fucked, we're doomed, we're going to be enslaved and raped by AI aliens, right? And then I go back to being like, oh yeah, there's like hope. Like there's a lot of really cool projects happening. People are waking up. There's a lot of really interesting conversations being had, projects being made, shit that I don't fully understand. Blockchain, Cardano. I've been watching this guy Charles Hoskinson's YouTube lives like every day.
Right.
And like I love what he talks about Cardano being a decentralized peer-to-peer government, like of its own, voluntary, it's like it has like I can't even explain it, dude. It's so beyond me, but it's just like, it's a cool platform. And when he talks, I'm like inspired, and it's like, okay, I feel like the needle may be moving in the direction of like the people rather than like, the lizards.
Yeah. Yeah. I that was a lot.
Sorry, it was an instant download.
Instant download from the lizard consciousness. They're trying to spread anti-lizard propaganda. But yeah, so all that new stuff, it also provides a lot of room for bullshit. I was like talking to my buddy the other day, and we were talking about like how there like a lot of this new shit that like we don't really understand could just be bullshit, like quantum computing.
Oh, right, yeah. Like, it's just like a whole thing, like all the scientists are just like, yeah, let's just like tell these plebes that like, we're doing like this, like, well, it's like, quantum, and you have to do the, the zeros and the ones and the
there's ones and then there's zeros, but there could be flipping.
Yeah, they're like their lab behind them is just a green screen, and they're on like a unknown private island somewhere, just like like watching like a fucking watching like their peasants
a fucking
like fight
monkey
with
show,
sticks, sharpened sticks, and like laughing like ha 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 ha, sitting on gold.
Yeah.
They're like, we're just telling them that we're doing some quantum thing, and they believe it. I don't know. We told them it's science. And they're just, a lot of people, they go on, they're just like, yeah, it's really complicated because you have the thing here and the thing there, and then like immediately people just check out and go, well, I mean, the guy looks smart, so science, I guess, whatever. Yeah, I mean,
listen,
that's what they say,
and they spit it back out. He's like, like, look, if you know about the quantum computers, then you'll know that this is a good investment, buddy. You gotta get in on this on the ground floor. We got quantum computing. Look, you don't need to know.
That sounds good, dude. Sign me up.
Look, don't ask too many
does
fucking
it come with
questions.
the quantum LED?
Look, I'll give you a quantum fucking mouse pad. Shut the fuck up.
I want the virtual quantum football package.
I'll give you a virtual football.
And then you would be like, yeah, then like that's the ultimate dream. I literally had a friend, like after I moved to the city from my after college, I moved to Manhattan, and then came home and I saw like some of my friends that were still living at home, and like I was working for like a social media marketing company or something, and my friend he literally goes like, so what are you doing, working with computers? What are you doing? I'm like, yeah, it's like a social media marketing company. Social media, what's that, like internet stuff?
What? You
I'm like,
don't
yeah.
know.
I'm like, you're my age. Why are you talking like you're like a 75-year-old like Brooklyn man?
What year was this?
Like 2012 or
Okay,
2011?
Okay. Yeah, no, 2011, 12, you can be like, social media. I got a fucking telephone. You could call me on the landline.
Yeah, right, yeah. There's always those people. I remember there was a comedian in New York. There's a lot of comedians out there that are like, this is like, comedy needs to be free. We got to be able to say faggot and retard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this guy right here. Look at him. Like, and it's
He's
like
both.
Yeah. And you go, like, they want me to say trans. They can't say trans anymore, but I got a Trans Am, so go fuck yourself. It's like, that's not like, who make some jokes?
Yeah.
Just like, don't be this like, it's like being like a social justice warrior on the other side of things, right? It's just as fucking annoying.
Well, you just make some better jokes, you know? Because like
Yeah.
if your joke was funny enough, then people probably wouldn't get offended, right?
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
You just gotta.
It's like a puzzle. It's a maze. You got to figure it out.
Yeah, you gotta work around like people's unconscious bias and also work around like culture, and it's a fucking labyrinth. And if you get through, you fucking hit the fucking
There's a
gold.
certain tone that you have to like. You have to be on a certain frequency and be able to receive a certain tone to understand a lot of comedy. You know, like it's just like. And on Twitter it was like Gen Z is like outraged at Bill Burr. Like, who knows if this is like some bot just manufacturing this or whatever. It's all bullshit, fake shit probably. But it's funny that that's like their angle, right? That's what they're trying to like. I worked for a company where I would write shit like that. Like I would write clickbait headlines and fake news articles to like tie into products that we were selling to old people on Facebook. It's like, you know, how scummy can you get? It's like you have no virtues, no morals, like nothing. And anyway, so it's like, you know, what the fuck was I talking about?
You were talking about scamming people with clickbait?
Right. Yeah. So these headlines, you know, where they're saying like Gen Z's mad at Bill Burr, whatever, they're probably not really, or maybe some of them are, or whatever, but they grew up in an environment that is more sensitized to like a particular frequency. So there's things that are going to be funny for that particular generation. Or whatever.
Well,
like,
it's literally
people
more
that
censored.
are tuning to that. Yeah, people tuning to that frequency. It doesn't have to be age specific or, you know, gender specific or generation specific. It's just if you're attuning to that particular frequency, it's like the collective of Gen Z like emits like a particular frequency, whatever that is. You know, like.
Well,
I'm
I get
talking
what
about
you're
this
saying.
like it's fact. Like,
Yeah.
like actually, I saw Zordon told me Zordon. Well, Xenon, Zordon.
Well, if you take all like the circumstances and like the experiences, you know, that like these people grew up in, like, you know, okay, let me give you an example. Were there cameras in your school when you went to school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, wait. Some very little amount.
Very little. We got cameras everywhere when I was in school.
We had a security guard. We had a chubby Puerto Rican security guard named Nick who would pull me out of class and tell my teacher that that I had to go to the principal. The principal wanted to see me, and he'd walk around with a walkie-talkie, baggy jeans, and like a collared school shirt on.
Yeah.
And he'd pull me out of class, take me with him, and bum a Newport cigarette off of me. Be like, "Yo, good looks, homie." And then, we'd
nice.
pound fists, and I go back to class.
Nice. Hell
That dude
yeah,
was the man, dude. That
Yeah,
dude was
dude.
the man. That dude just gets it. Like, it's just like, man, like all this shit is fucking bullshit. Like, you
Just
know,
chill and
I don't know
smoke a
why
Newport.
a guy bumming a Newport off me means that he gets it.
But dude, it's like he's saying something by bumming the Newport off you. He's like,
we would talk all the time.
yeah.
We would talk and like make jokes and shit
You
all
know,
the time. Yeah.
he's showing you that respect. You know,
yeah.
because like he's not like, oh, you're a fucking.
I
kid,
kind of
you
felt
can't.
cool that he was like the cool security guard. You know?
Exactly.
He was like 23 or 24 or something like that. Maybe he was like 26, and he was like Nick drove like a Mitsubishi Eclipse convertible. You know, like black, real low tinted windows. Always wore like baggy carpenter jeans and like a polo and. Yeah, he was always like walking with a little bit of a lean, like, "Yo, what's up, homie? Yo, you got that Noop?" You know, and I'll be like, "Yeah, man." I would just give him Newports, and he would just get me out of class, and it was just fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. Yeah, fucking chilling.
Yeah, shout out to that guy, man. I hope he's still alive. I hope he didn't die in like a fucking
Newport
drug cartel,
accident.
like Denzel at the end of Training Day, like, you know. He's like, I wanted one more. I just need a nuke. I just want to hit that Newport one more. Oh, that dude Mike was so cool. I hope he's fucking got a dope podcast right now. I'm gonna die. Oh.
Man, bleeding out takes a long time, doesn't it?
Shit. And then he gets to heaven, he's like, yo, you got a Newport? Nick was the man.
Nick.
Fucking love Nick. I hope he's thriving
Yeah.
and prospering in the world.
Yeah, but anyway, like it's a whole setup that changes the vibe of like the people, you know? It's not like set, but it's like their setting. You know
It's
what I
a
mean?
watershed moment.
Yeah, it is a watershed moment when you got cameras everywhere. You talking about this store that I was gonna open called the Watershed? Okay, you people out there, you know that you would go to a shop called the Watershed because if you think about it, gas stations make most of their money off of water. So just be honest about it. You're the Watershed. You sell
Yeah.
gas and snacks on the side too. You don't even need to sell the gas. Maybe you do. Maybe that's what gets the people in there buying the water.
Yeah, I'd love to see a study to see how much water people buy from gas stations.
I mean, it's what they make most of their money off.
Most people are like, oh, let's pull over to that gas station. I want to grab a water.
Well, no, they're like, I'm getting gas, so I'm thirsty.
Call in right now. Dee-dee-doo. It's Mike and Matt, FM 77. Rape your ass with your own fist. That was stupid. We're gonna edit that out. maybe I'll do a take two.
Yeah.
What was the fucking bit again? It was people calling up.
Yeah,
People
people
calling
call.
up
Yeah,
to buy watersheds.
you call in to buy.
Yeah,
call in to buy
I'm calling.
water.
I'm calling the goddamn radio station, and then we just cut them off with "It's Mike and Matt, 77.1 AM FM LA Drive Traffic." Mike and Matt in the morning. All right, you're my number one caller. What's going on? It's Derek from Huntington Beach. Derek, you're on the line. And then he's like, "Yeah, fucking, I got a complaint about a business." This fucking Watershed place. I thought it was a place to go and pick up a fucking shed to put water in, and they sell water instead. And they're calling it a Watershed, so, you know, false business, fake news, false advertising. This country's really gone to hell. You know, my father voted for Reagan, and, you know, I did vote for Trump, but, you know, I mean, he really ruined things, you know, because he told us he was going to build the wall, and, you know, now we get to have, what about the new strains? And they're like, all right, caller, thanks for calling in. What, like, that could happen, though. Like, people could mistake the watershed, because, like, when I think of watershed, that's what I think of. I think of, like, an old rusty shed that just is, like, filled to the brim with water. like, dude, like, if it was an apocalypse, like, we're in one. If it's an apocalypse like we're in, you might want to get some water, right,
Yeah.
to have on hand. So you'd go to Matt's Watershed store, and you would sell people like what, like a 10 by 12, like a 12 by 12
Yeah,
steel
I
shed.
sell it by the tub.
Yeah, a steel shed, insulated, right? And then it's like the water tower. It's like everyone has their own water tower, but it's a watershed.
So
and
you
it's a
can walk
watershed
in.
moment. It's like a really, you know, it's a nice word. You can't walk in it. You can't open the shed. You can never open the shed.
That would be a real watershed moment
That would be a watershed moment.
when all the water hits you.
The first guy killed from too much water in his shed.
I don't know about that. Like pretty much any guy who sticks around in a shed with too much water in it.
If you've been killed by too much water in your shed, call in. Take requests from dead people. Calling from the nether realm, we got Angela. Angela, welcome to the program.
Hey, I'm out here, and I was just hanging out in my shed, and you know how we do, just smoke a little weed and cause some things on fire, so I had the boys bring over some water.
That's right, folks. Get out in that shed and make yourselves a gravity bong with Matt's Watersheds. Here we go with Doopy Deaky and the Freaky Deakies.
You may be entitled to compensation if you have been the victim of drowning in a watershed.
Hey, has your watershed caused accident, injury, or dislocation of limbs? Call me Brian Kazar down at Colorado Boulevard and 18th. Originally from Chicago, moved out here to the beautiful, sunny, warm state of Colorado. Now I call this home. So if you've been injured in a watershed accident, or you know someone that has a watershed that I could borrow for an afternoon to take a bath, call 1-888-973 Colorado. Call me. Colorado, call me home. I feel like I'm on fucking crack today. I took a nice microdose of some nice orange sunshine. Makes you feel fine.
Got that sunshine. Yeah, I noticed your cheeks were a little rosy.
It's always a brighter day. You know, I mean, how could you not suffer from chronic depression when we live in this toxic hellhole run by nerds with fucking spreadsheets and bank accounts and talking all day on the phone about how they're going to take over the planet and extracting all the... It's such a boring show. Let's change it up a little bit,
Your
right?
life is being ruined by spreadsheets.
When your life is being ruined. Like, it's, have you ever seen those early 90s, like 80s shows where they're like, when you have following your dream and you're moving to a new town, you need a best friend. It's Best Friends on NBC, starring John Travolta. Hey, and Samuel Jackson. Motherfucker!
Motherfucker.
I ain't your friend! Yeah. But, like, they always have that, like, you know, so it's like, we should bring that back. I would definitely like to fund that project where you just have, like, it's like a wide shot of San Francisco. When you're living in apocalyptic dystopia run by psychopathic technocratic oligarchs, you're just trying to make a little bit out of your life. Your new best friend is Alexa. I'm your new best friend. Totally for real. I'm me. And you're just like, you know, it's that's the new show.
Yeah.
It'll be
it'll be a sitcom and
me
like
and my special robot friend who knows every product that I like.
Yeah, it's going to be a fight between these two girls. One of them has an Alexa and one of them has like a Google thing, you know, and they're like, you need to start hanging out with Alexa, all right? Like, and they get into this fight and then they make up and they're like, you know what? You can hang out with whatever robot friends you want, but you're not coming to the fucking Alexa party, all right? She's going to be there.
Robo Friends. That's a series reboot I want to see is Robo Friends. It's like, you know, what's that stupid Friends song again? I'll be there for you.
So no one told you life was gonna be this gay.
It's gonna be this hard.
Your job's a joke, you broke,
and you
love life your way. It's like you're always fucked in second
put a
gear
dildo in your ass.
when it hasn't been a dildo in a day, a week,
or
a
even in the
year.
past. I'll fuck you. Yeah. So Robo Friends, and they're all hanging out like, we're at the coffee shop. Oh, Joey, that is funny. And Joey's just like going into self-destruct termination mode. And they all die. Like, it's like RoboCop where the robot actually malfunctions and they're like, holy shit, like this, it's a, you know, they're filming on the set. That's what the future will be. It'll be AI android actors and actresses. And then they'll like occasionally they'll go nuts and just like drone strike the whole film production. Like, sorry, Batman: A New Beginning 75 is going to be postponed because the Christian Bale robot accidentally
Murdered all the other actors.
Yeah, murdered every actor.
So if you want to star in the new Batman 75 movie, send us your application and sign a waiver.
Yeah, they're gonna recreate like Marlon Brando and they're gonna like bring him back as an android. They're gonna be like, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be like we're gonna have Marlon Brando's android, Robert De Niro's android, and we're gonna like recreate. It's gonna be like an homage to that movie that they were all in, and we're gonna recreate it. And they'll have like new actors of the time. Like, sick, I'm in that android film. It's sick.
Yeah, dude.
And then like one day, like it'll just be like, I thought you never would talk to me like that. And then entering real action mode. Sponsored by Raytheon.
Yeah, dude, they're gonna do it to push up their stock price.
All right, we're pushing it with the bits here. I know we're really pushing.
Oh yeah.
Pushing it to
You
the
don't think
limit.
we could do a whole show out of bits? You think we can do a whole show with the fucking information?
Do you have a segment?
Do I
Matt's
have a
segment? Matt at segment.
You're not gonna take that longer?
No, I felt like that was it was different. I changed it up.
Okay,
Give me that
yeah.
Fucking thing.
All right. That battery. I got a segment about.
Oh, I'm gonna get my pen.
Oh yeah, grab your pen. Hey, wait.
The segment is me getting my pen.
Here, wait. Just smoke this wax. Smoke this wax.
I need it now. I can't go on until I get it. Damn it. I'm gonna need the goddamn. Whose voice is that? Whose voice am I doing? Give me the goddamn. Oh, Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Put your hand in the air, Chief. Put your damn hands in the air. Give me the damn dab. He's not even like relevant anymore. All these like celebrity impressions that
Are you sure that isn't Chris Farley?
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Could be Chris
Hire
Farley.
the damn boy.
He's a good boy. So you don't have a segment?
Well, I'm just trying to remember it.
You don't have that.
Let me check. I was trying to do no notes.
Jesus. H.
Yeah, you hit it too hard, son. Straight sativa to the face.
Oh, man.
You be up for a minute.
There we go, folks. That's what the people want. Real
Want that
live
coffee.
cannabis token.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Come out to sunny, beautiful Colorado and get your dabs on. Hi, I'm Sam Elliott. And
I remember what
there's nothing more that I like doing than waking up on a fine Colorado morning and loading my dab rig out on the porch. Take a hit of that and about an eighth of mushrooms and talk to some fractal elves for a little bit, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Talking to those fractal elves about people who don't necessarily have the privilege of taking a psychedelic experience. You know, I was thinking about that when I was thinking about that about a week ago.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about like, okay, setting and everything. What about people who just like live in an environment and don't have a lot of resources, and like that environment isn't like a good, it's like never a good setting, or they don't have their like, you know, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. They don't have their like baseline like level needs met. So like, how are they going to be able to take the liberty of these like healing chemicals that could definitely help them, you know, if they can't get to a point to use them like in a proper way? You know?
So you're talking about it's like the Donald Rumsfeld thing of like there's known knowns and then there's known unknowns and there's unknown unknowns. And it's like there's the people who psychedelics isn't even in their reality tunnel. They don't even know what psychedelics is, and they could probably benefit from using them.
No, not quite that.
Well, no, but there's tiers. So then the next tier would be like people that are just doing psychedelics in their own ways and not necessarily looking for information or education, and they're just kind of live experimenting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was thinking about more like this. Like, imagine like you're fucking 16 and you gotta go fucking work like 4 jobs to, you know, get food for you and your like little brothers and sisters and shit. And fucking, when are you gonna have time? Like, you probably know about like all like psychedelics and stuff, but like, you don't have the opportunity to like, you know,
you just have
get
you just have to grind.
Yeah, right.
Your life is just a fucking grind. You just have to You don't have to. Yeah, that's the main issue with the time that we live in today. Is there's too many people stuck on the hamster wheel, and they don't even know that they're on a hamster wheel. They can't, because they don't have the time to even question it. It's just like, this is what it is, and I got to do what I got to do, and that's what I'm doing, and that's what I'm doing, and it's just like, that's it, and it's
gotta do what I gotta do.
no, but I mean real, honest, decent, good, hardworking, moral people that are like, they care, they vote, they pay their taxes, they work hard, they're polite, they tip well. There's a lot of people out there like that. They're just doing the best that they can, but they've been raised in an environment that programs them with a certain set of game rules for how they're going to get out of this maze of this reality creation that they've been enmeshed in.
Yeah.
And it's like, we could do a better job of setting up the functions for the game, the rules of the game. We could do a way better job of making the rules work for everyone, dude. We really fucking can. The only reason why we can't is because there's some people out there that truly just don't give a fuck about human beings. Maybe they're not human beings. Maybe they're being influenced by I feel that I'm influenced by positive light entities, but what if they're tricksters? What if they're not really ones? What if so the people that are at the higher up positions, they're tapping into those realms and they're bringing something in there, and they're, how the fuck did we get here?
You were talking about those people who are just grinding and they don't realize they're on a hamster wheel.
Right. So, yeah, and it's like, the whole thing is that reality doesn't really have to be that way, and we can change it. We can't change it overnight, but throughout time we can change it, and we can shift it. We can steer it in a different direction, in a better direction. That's just better, way better than this.
Yeah.
This is pretty poor on my list. Like, if after this life I go somewhere else and they're like, so how was Earth when you were there? What was it, 84 to whatever? And I'd be like, yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool. I mean, not like Glap Flap's Third Moon, 27, 87, 89, 86, 84, 83. That was some fucking sick shit. But that Earth, it's all right. Like, I want this to be dope,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, well, speaking of material things that you can change, you can turn off the fucking vent like you pretended to.
You mean I didn't turn off the vent?
Did you just hear it go off?
What are you talking about? I turned it off.
The fan was just on right until I said that.
It's been on the whole time?
Well, no, it goes on gradually.
Fan is on auto, heat is on off.
Weird.
It's either auto or on.
But
so
you didn't hear that?
No, I have, but that's never really caused a noise interference in the show before. The other, when we had the heat on before, it caused.
Oh, that one's really
when
loud.
we opened the show. So it's we're not gonna be able to salvage that, but we're just gonna have to roll with it.
Yeah, a little white noise. Oh well.
It's getting back to the raw, the gritty, the real, right? There's too many polished fucking things out there, and life isn't fucking polished, man.
Yeah, man, life is fucking rough and fucking gritty, and you gotta love it, and you gotta get your hands fucking dirty and get into that ball of grit and just pull it apart, just fucking for the fun of it, and just enjoy the grit in your hands. Don't even worry about washing it off later.
Matthew. Yeah,
that's
What about like you just soak in it? You float.
Oh, what are you, a fucking weirdo?
You
soaking in gritty fucking puddle.
You float in it. You float in reality.
You don't want to float in the filth. You just dip your hands in it. You
got to float in it because you're floating. You're having a good time, but you're also in the filth. But you're floating and you're having fun, and sometimes you hop on a raft, and your friends have cool space drugs, and that's.
And now we're here,
right?
Space drugs on a raft. This is what it is. People.
But that is, I mean, like in my opinion, it's just like we should be here to just have the coolest, wildest experiences that we could possibly have, like, and really curate and create visceral experiences with merging like technology and art, things like that Meow Wolf is doing. And so I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe things will run like that and be back open, but yeah, I hope people start creating some really super dope shit, because that's where change comes from. It doesn't necessarily come from the academic field. I think the ideas of the academic field, or not the academic field, fuck the academic field, the ideas of the
fuck
deep...
the academics.
No, really, yeah.
You sound like Mao.
But yeah, but no, but I mean, the prison of like intellectual Ivy League-ism, like that like hierarchy, that weird,
the whole, like,
like
we're upper class.
like we are better than you because we are more educated than you, and we are, so it's like that's like that stuffy, pedantic, pretentious at times. Not that like those people, but the really deep thinkers, really smart people, really artistic people. We could really create and bend, the rules of reality to merge it into this really fun environment.
Yeah, because that's what really.
It sounds. I mean, let's just do that. It's better.
Yeah, and we got to stop worrying about this little song and dance that they got going for us. The whole like, I don't know if it's like the rich Ivy League people, but that's what they want to be doing. You know what I'm talking about?
It's tough when you get stuck in the game. Like even now, like people that psychedelic companies and patents and IPOs and all this stuff. It's like so like Compass Pathways and all these places. Like I don't know how I feel about it, man. I mean, I think it's not good, but it's just like this is where we are mentally. Like we can accept psychedelics only in this form. It has to be this like hyper capitalistic form. It has to be this within the confines of, the state corporate entity.
I don't know. Morris Hamilton takes it in gaseous form.
I have injected xeno. He's like Joe Biden. Morris Hamilton like repels parachutes into Joe Biden's office. Hey, where'd you come from, Jack? It's Joey B. saving America, United States of Barack Obama. And then he's like, it is I, Morris Hamilton. I have released 60 billion trillion gajillion tons of xenon gas on Washington, D.C. Pretty soon we will all be laughing like maniacs. And realizing that life is incredible and we should live it to our best and highest potential in bliss with cooperation and collaboration and creativity. And then Morris Hamilton saves the world, man. Come on, Hamilton, get on that, dude. Get on the cloning. CRISPR, let's go.
Tell us about your clone.
Morris
your more
Hamilton
handsome clone.
CRISPRs himself into a digital token NFC.
NFT.
NFC. No, he's in the Canadian Football League or something. What is the NFC?
Oh man,
the National Football Conference.
Yeah, I think
playing
it's just like
quarterback. Morris Hamilton Morris. All right, let's Hail Mary. Yeah, we need new superheroes. That would be a cool one to have, like in this reality.
Yeah. Instead of just heroes that work for the NFC Corporation, we need real superheroes.
NFC Corporation.
Yeah, dude.
But that's the thing.
Football?
Everything, like, people can only handle psychedelics right now in the context of money and corporations and benefits. It's like a benefits analysis, the data. Like, we have such a fucking insane robotized data society.
That's the same thing that happened with weed. Is like, if you look at the cost benefit
we want to
analysis,
quantify everything and look at it and weigh it and
the profit margin
run tests on
is
it,
really
predict
fantastic.
it,
If
measure
you,
it, and calculate it. We got to understand it and figure out it on a level of ones and zeros that don't really exist, but maybe they do. I don't know. Is this what the Matrix is? Are we programming reality? Are we just making shit up? I don't know. Like I don't know. What do these guys do? I'm fascinated. I tune into the Lex Friedman podcast, and he's like an AI robotics MIT professor. And you know that guy, Lex Friedman?
Yeah, you ask me that all the time.
The following podcast is a conversation between me and myself when I'm Friedman Lex.
My alter ego, who's, I've only had 17 Red Bulls, kilo of cocaine, and 27 coffees, and I ran 18 miles, and I solved a quadratic equation on a neural network before this podcast interview.
Man, shit. Dude, some people just are fucking already like too jacked up.
Yeah.
To be, dude, maybe that's what he is, dude. Because I was just thinking about this one dude that I was hanging out with. We were on some fucking trip, and he was like 14, and I was older, and he drank. I personally witnessed him drink 21 cans of Monster in like an 16-hour time span. And
you hung out with people. You hung out with like the energy drink crowd.
No, this was just him specifically. He was this crazy dude who had like Russian mob parents or some shit.
Of course,
like
Lex.
Well, yeah,
No,
dude,
he
because he was fucking just like level the whole time, just chilling. And then as soon as he stopped drinking the Monsters, he just fell asleep, because he was on fucking Adderall and shit, dude. Yeah, dude, I used to sell vapes
Lex,
to like these kids back in the day, when I was like 18, and like he fucking put me out of business with that like cheap Russian internet shit.
Yeah, that's what we do. We come in, we put you out of business with our cheap shit. It looks fancy, but it's not. Нет.
The wolf.
Привет, как дела? No, давай, push left. All of a sudden, Matt takes his face off, and he's a Russian spy. He's like, I'm taking down the network from
Привет.
Привет, I am
Привет,
Matt.
comrade.
Yeah, the Russians. It's so funny how they entered back in the public's mind as being like some enemy.
Yeah,
I mean, like, it's such a fucking joke.
The Russians.
It's like
it was a great PR campaign. Like we really banded together when we loved hating the Russians, and then lately we've been like taking it out on our own government, and they're like, you know what? I really liked it back when the Russians was just our piss boy.
Right. Yeah, I mean, maybe they're just like, all right, what would be some good movies? The Italian Karate Kid Part 2 in Russia. Come on, Karate
That's just
Kid.
Rocky. That's just Rocky.
That is. Oh my God, we figured it out. That's why there was no Italian karate.
Because it would just be Rocky as a kid.
Yeah, it would just be.
That's the backstory of Rocky.
Rocky 19. Oh, fuck. Miyagi. It's Paul, like Mick is like Miyagi. That's right. They already did it. That's why.
Adrian, I figure, if you're not doing nothing for the rest of your life, you want to, get married or something? We'll go to the zoo. I'll show you the turtles.
What do you think, Adrian? Come on, you got nothing to lose.
All right, yeah. That was me in the Rocky Italian Karate Kid, you know what I'm saying?
I am the Karate Kid.
I'm more interested in in these movies all being made and they're all robots. It's like it's all these movies are the remake and it's the Italian version, but they're also Italian robots.
Yeah.
From Spaghetti 27.
So it's gonna be like androids fighting each other, and then there's gonna be like a dramatic scene where he's looking at a picture of like Rock'em Sock'em robots that are his parents.
Yeah. He's gonna be like he takes out his wallet as he's dying, and there's just like sauce leaking out of him, and he looks at like a meatball, like a picture of a meatball that he has in his wallet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Italian robots from outer space. Hey Marie, hey Marie, hey Marie, hey Marie, hey Marie, hey Marie.
We gotta get back to the planet.
Entering vaporized mode.
Yeah, they're gonna go off, but they're just gonna, dude. It'll be steampunk. They'll just have Tommy guns.
Hey,
you know?
she fucking vaporized me last night. This fucking bitch.
dude. Fuck steampunk. We gotta make a new thing. It just gotta be like
What do you? Who
mob
said
punk.
anything about steampunk?
I'm just saying, fuck steampunk.
Steampunk is so cool, man. I love steampunk.
Listen.
I fucking love just steampunk it up. Just driving down the street on a Segway, looking like I'm from 1845.
Yeah, dude. These Italian robots are gonna be like fucking mob
Italian
punk.
steampunk. Wait, I got it. Italian steampunk lizard shaman cyborgs from another multiverse.
Which one?
I don't know. Linguine.
Yeah, no, I wasn't saying.
We are from Linguine.
Yeah, the link.
That's a show right there, folks. That's a show.
Yeah, take it, NBC. We know you're desperate.
Yeah, NBC.
Uh huh.
When life is hard, and you're working all day.
Just turn to the cyborg robot.
Oh, he's gonna show you the way.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a cyborg robot from fucking A. Forget about it. They're
Canned
friends.
laughter.
Yeah. He comes in, he's like, who put my shaving cream in the sink? Forget about it. And they're like, I don't even think. And then like the wacky neighbor comes in, like, it's a drone strike though.
Yeah.
Oh man. Jesus.
Their neighbor is a drone. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. If everybody's an android, then like drones will have rights and drones will be
Hey,
living in
stop
the houses.
bombing over there. Fucking clouds.
These fucking clowns are leaving clouds.
These fucking clouds are fucking, hovering in the sky. My fucking meatball farm can't grow.
I'm growing meatballs here.
I'm growing meatballs. Hey, I'm a meatball farmer, and they got these fucking explosions from the drones next door, and I, whoa, Jesus Christ, dude, how many shows are we gonna write on this episode? This
on
is
the
great.
meatball farmers, dude. It'll be like
You
Orange
can sell that to
New
Adult
Black.
Swim.
Yeah, dude.
I'd watch that show on you would watch that show on Adult Swim, right? Adult Swim, just give us what? How much do you want, Matt? Say it right now. How many millions? Go.
500 grand.
All right, Matt wants 500 grand. I'll take 25 mil. Give us a show. Alien, cyborg, shaman, meatball farmer, Italian robots.
Listen, it's gonna be great. All right, there's a planet where they're growing meatballs. All right, that's why they're always
Meatballopia.
better at the Italian place.
Meatballopia.
They've been trying to grow meatballs here on this planet, but our atmosphere is not right, and that's why they're driving all those big cars around, because they're trying to, muck up the atmosphere, make it a little warmer so the meatballs can fucking grow. You can't grow a goddamn meatball out here. Can you fucking believe it?
I think I just realized where this whole thing is stemming from in my unconscious is the guy in the movie Spaceballs who's the sidekick to Pizza the Hut.
Yeah.
They're making fun of Jabba the Hutt, and he's like, "Oh, pizza, you're delicious." And I just thought it was hilarious. So that must have like imprinted in my brain.
Yeah.
And now we've innovated on this. So shout out to Mel Brooks.
Yeah, Spaceballs is fucking good, but I don't remember that part.
Dude, oh man, it's great. We can't have comedy like that anymore. People are just like, I mean, maybe we can. Who am I? Fuck it. We can have. Yeah.
Wait
a second.
Why you think we can't have comedy
We
anymore?
can't have comedy anymore. Nobody can laugh. They fucking, you walk down the street and they're like, you don't know what they are. What do they identify as or whatever? So,
You're coming down the street like a big shot. You don't know what I
it bothers
identify
me.
as.
It angers me.
You're making my body move in a way that I didn't consent to. You're making me laugh. I didn't consent to that.
Yeah.
You didn't ask me.
So that's the show. It's about that person.
It's about that person. It's their social justice warrior, Italian android.
Yeah.
Alien farmer.
Yeah. I think it'll sell.
I think they really gotta hammer the farmer angle, you know, like really hammer it, and then have like a steamy farm boy. You know, it's the son of the Italian guy, and they gotta have that for the housewives.
Oh, love story.
Yeah. They gotta.
Hey, you working so hard in my meatball farm? You young boy. Now, I want to give you a taste of a different kind of meat.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah, Italian romance, steamy, sexy, cyborg, alien, shaman, space, farmer boy.
Yeah, dude.
That's a David Bowie song. Space boy, meatball farmer, you're a meatball farmer boy. You never were a farmer before, but you find yourself inside someone's wife in space. Floating in a cloud of meatballs. You wonder, what is it? But then the spiders come from Mars. And you realize you're a spider farming shaman meatball super pizza wife guy.
Man, you're spoiling a lot of the late season stuff, you know? Like
like what?
We gotta like a lot of the early season is just gonna be the farm boy like plowing different women around town until he finds this older lady that shows him the ways of sauce making and love making.
Yeah. That's great. I would watch that show for sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
so don't spoil the spiders. That's like season 7.
Right.
That's like when they're like, you know, when the tank's running empty on ideas, so they gotta spice it up, kill off a few characters, and replace them with spiders.
Yeah. I remember delivering pizza and thinking that like, you know, there were some houses that I would go to where the moms were hot. Mm-hmm. And I'm, 16, 17. They're probably like 31, maybe, if that. Maybe like 26. Who knows?
Oh, young moms.
Yeah, young moms. They would maybe call them MILFs, right? So at the time, definitely a very popular term.
Mid-20s is
But I
is
always,
young for a
like,
MILF.
I really never... Like, there was always this, like, delusional, like, fantasizing part of my mind that was, like, truly baked in, pun intended, into the crust of my mind. And I was like, yeah, like maybe like if I'm cool, like maybe she'll, like maybe something will happen. So like every time I'd go, I would try and like just be like, hey, yeah, like what's up? Like, and that's exactly why nothing ever happened.
But because you went in with that.
Maybe it's not exactly why, but it's just like it was just like that fantasy element. Obviously it's in porns and stuff like that too. So you're thinking like, oh man, like, you're just 16 raging with hormones with a hot pizza and you're handing it to this woman with, like a collared shirt, but has like a perfect and it's V cut and, maybe there's whatever. And it's just like, oh, thank you very much. She gives you a nice tip, smiles. It's just like your fucking hormones are just,
right.
You're just charged.
Yeah.
And, so you fucking pull her down the stairs, throw her down the stairs.
No. She throws you down the stairs, and she's like, I'm not paying for this fucking pizza.
Yeah. I like where you went with that. You're like, Mike, that's too misogynist, Mike. But it's just a bit. We're doing a bit.
That's not misogyny. I was just taking over your fantasy with my fantasy.
So, okay. So, yeah, like that's... So listen, it's all fantasy.
I want her to grab me. Yeah. All right. You wanna grab her and throw her down.
Well, I thought it would be funnier.
Different smokes for different folks.
I thought it'd be funnier to do that.
Oh, if you're okay.
What do you got? What's your bit?
You
Booyah!
Got me.
Matt's got some editing to do. He's gonna chop this part off. Matt, you're gonna start from here. Matt, you're listening right now. I'm gonna give you my computer. You're gonna edit this. It's gonna get it done.
Oh, that's so meta.
It's meta.
It's meta.
It don't matter.
Don't matter.
Should we end the show or should we keep it rolling?
I mean, we've been thinking about it and ending it for a minute.
It's like an hour 40.
It's like $1.40. Yeah, all right, people. That's all you get. We're not giving you any more.
I think it's good.
Yeah, it's daylight savings time.
Oh, that's right. That's why I'm getting tired and it's early.
Man. Mm-hmm.
What did you say? You texted me something before you go. Before we're coming to the show, we're like coordinating, and I'm like, oh, it snowed a bunch here in Colorado. So I'm like, Matt, I don't want you to drive unnecessarily to the studio if you don't have to, because there's a lot of snow on the road. And he's like, nah, it's cool. This one should be better because it's earlier technically, but it's not though. I'm still feeling the effects of it. Like tired. The time is telling me.
But you got to see the sun.
I did get to see the sun. It was dope. But the time is telling me it's 10, but I feel like it's 11.
Yeah.
Is that which way we're moving?
No.
I fucking hate this shit. Can we just do one time? Can we just make one time?
Yeah. It was 11. Now it's 10. Yeah. A lot of places just do one time.
Isn't that like is there like a general standard time?
Well, I mean, there's Greenwich Mean Time, and so I don't know which one they do. If
there's
they
Greenwich
do
Me Time, that sounds like an indie flick directed by John Cassavetes.
Mean Time. What's Greenwich Mean Time about?
It's Greenwich Me Time, a story about a poet lost in New York, broke and homeless and living in piss and shit, has wacky friends and colorful encounters.
Well, wait. If it's Me Time, he has minimal encounters.
It's Greenwich Mean Time. It's Me Time. It's Greenwich. It's an NFT now. This is an NFT.
It's NFT time.
This is an NFT. NFT. This is an NFT. 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 TF. NFT. Make that an NFT. Sell it. You own it. Million.
Dude,
Let's beeple it.
Dude, the FBI is gonna make Terrence McKenna an NFT.
They're gonna make him into an NFT.
Yeah, dude, I'm calling it right now. Or at least all of his work. All of his speeches. They're gonna get them all. I think.
I hope they just do one word. Like you'll just get like someone bought Ramin Nazer will buy his for $1 million. Ramin will buy and then in addition he'll buy an NFT. It'll be $2 million for.
Well, you see, the thing is, over the weekend, I wasn't planning on.
And then he would own that, like, because he actually did that as like a bit first, so he could actually make that. Ramin could make that into an NFT, that Terrence McKenna bit, and then he could draw art to it. Shit, that's probably what he's doing right now. I was trying to get a hold of him to come back on the podcast, and I guarantee you he is just like face down creating like insanely amazing art right now.
Yeah.
We're like, just doing cool shit, knowing that this is a way that artists can get paid, and this is good. This is why it keeps us in the paradigm that we're in, right? It's like what we were saying before, that psychedelics has to come into the consciousness from this corporate, messy, bullshit, unappealing way for me personally, but it has to, because that's the only language that we know as a collective right now that we can all speak. And so if artists can do really cool things, that they can give them money, where people could literally own like every single work that you ever do on like in a digital way.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fucking fantastic for artists.
Right, yeah. But
it still keeps us in the same kind of, but it's energy exchange, and maybe it's better on the blockchain. Well, yeah, definitely Cardano to the moon.
Owning it for certain forms of art doesn't mean you're the only one who gets to like use it.
Right, I know. You just have the ownership of it though, and that's a cool thing now. It's like collecting like clothing and tools for your avatar in the video game.
Yeah.
It's like buying that shit, and that's what people are gonna want. Like,
but
that's
also
the thing now. We're in the video game.
One angle of it is that it's a tax write-off.
Yeah, that's great too. Yeah.
Like it's like a tax loophole.
Everybody's just using the loopholes and the advantages that the game can provide them with, because it's like, why not?
Not everybody.
Right? Not everybody, but everybody that is.
Everybody who's using the advantages are, and everybody who's not, well, they aren't.
That's right. Yeah, that's the data sheet exactly.
Yep. And that's all the data we got for you tonight, folks. Come back tomorrow.
Whoa! You're gonna call it?
Listen, you called it like 4 times already.
All right.
How about you keep rolling?
Yeah. All right. So anyway, I thought it'd be cool if we could just make a hybrid alien avatar species. And then just upload our consciousness into those things.
Yeah.
Live them out like that movie Avatar. That sounds cool. Let's create Avatar here and just have fun and not be that guy who's I'm the representation of an angry white man that represents your father and the patriarchy, which is accurate, by the way. And I'm going to plow this fucking hippie shit.
Yeah.
It's like the dad in Dazed and Confused when the kid gets the keg ordered and he's having a party? Oh, pack your bags, honey. Take your bags back, honey. We're not going anywhere. He's having a party with a keg at our house.
Yeah. Shit, I forgot.
All right, we're wrapping up the show. Anyway, I'm going to call it now. I'm going to take no, Matt, you call it. Let's do round 2. We're going to end this show, and we're going to go out like this, like we're in a karate dojo, like it's the Dave Chappelle show where he used to have rappers come on and flow, like Kanye West before he signed with Nike. And then we got Matt on the Mikey.
And we got all this shit from Mikey coming back twice as nicely, because I got a nice tea on and is white because my whole crew.
Icy. Oh, just like iced tea back in the day before we went the way of working for the DEA. What about that motherfucker? I don't even know, but he's not like a trucker. He's more like a guy who eats a lot of pie.
Listen, tell me about the sucker. If he's coming my way, working for the DEA, he's about to catch a spray. About to catch. When I see him, I'ma spray him. Let me know which way him. I'ma get him. Let me hit him. Let me hit him from the back when I hit him.
Put your nut shack in a watershed. You get the watershed. You take in a sack. Put it in some sheath, underwear, motherfucking love sheath. They sponsor this show by Sheath Underwear.
It's what I wear.
It's what I wear. I have a lot of hair on my pubis, so I put it in the sheath pouch for the pubic hair. New edition. Sheathunderwear.com, promo code Mycadelic, 20% off. We love everybody and all of you, and we love you, everyone and everything.